Yo, welcome back to another episode of Poddy Animals. I am your host, Theo. Across from me, as always, is Scoot, I think. To my left is Denise. And joining us again this week is my brother-in-law, Rick. Welcome to the show, everybody. How's everybody doing this fine Sunday here?
What are you doing?
Cleveland, Ohio. I'm
He needs
preparing.
to take
Why
a
are you
breath.
looking up?
I'm looking for the
Are
Eclipse.
those bifocal?
I am
Eclipse
looking for the
glasses?
Eclipse. I am prepared. I am ready. We COVID shopped. We got toilet paper. You name it. We
COVID
got
shopped.
everything.
For what was that? You said 3 minutes of darkness?
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotta
That's
be
it.
prepared.
Is everybody prepared?
I do have a pair of those glasses.
Yay, do you?
What happens if you're wearing them and you do like you just did? You kind of peek out from under them. You just
Gosh.
burn up right
It'll
there.
hurt.
You burn up right there.
Just do one eye.
How is it that it makes you go blind? You could stare at the sun.
Isn't
You could
it-
stare at
yeah.
the moon. You can't stare at both at the
They're
same
saying
time.
it's some kind of glare or
It's a
something.
It'll burn that
the
retina
solar.
right
It'll
out
burn
because
your
it's
retina.
reflective. It's just a mirror. It'll just burn it out.
Yeah.
Just with the I don't know, the X-rays, the O-rays,
Blue rays,
something.
Do-Ray me.
Here's
Tampa Bay Devil Rays.
Do you think one of us should try it for the show?
what the.
I'm just saying you're not.
It'd be one of you guys.
He's looking at Rick. You're not a permanent
Right.
member, man.
You want to
You'll be
get in,
fine.
Rick, or not?
But it is permanent damage. So.
But how do you know, though? Do you think it's just some bullshit?
Well, Scoot,
No, it
what
hurts,
I'm
man. I
hearing
did
is
it
you
as a
should
kid.
try it.
Who hasn't done that as a kid? You're like, you don't last
Did you
long.
think about this?
I'm thinking.
For every Halloween from here on out, you can be a pirate. Just do one eye, Rick.
Yeah.
One eye. Just do
Don't
one.
peer
How
pressure.
the hell?
Come on, man.
if
I
you don't
picked
wanna-
the eye. I picked the eye.
Take one for the team.
Yeah,
I
pick
picked
the
the-
eye,
And it can't
and
be
he
the brown
picks
eye.
yours.
Yeah.
I look like
Shooting the
Mr.
moon.
Peanut with a darked out monocle.
Listen, I don't know if we can have you back on the show if you're not willing to.
If I'm not handicapped,
No, you're just not willing to participate.
Can you sign
Get
this
out.
waiver here before you leave? By any chance?
I only can read half of it. I'm fucked up.
See? But you can still read half of it.
Did anyone panic buy? Like when COVID hit? Did you run out to the
Wait,
grocery
Are you
store?
asking, did we panic buy for COVID or panic
No,
Or
just
buy?
like
for the
COVID.
Eclipse. Yeah, just like everyone did for.
No.
Because I'll
No,
tell you
no,
what,
no.
I went to Giant Eagle with my bag. I'm just going to get a couple things. I go in there. Two
Freaking
self
Giant
checkouts
Eagle.
are on, but they're both flashing. Apparently, someone's getting some shit that they can't scan there, so they got to wait. And then one line with one cashier. That's it. So I looked around. It's crowded as fuck.
When was that?
2 days ago.
I don't know. I think
left.
Sundays are panic day of the week, but today seems like a lot of activity. Aldi's was full today.
Yeah.
Sam's was flooded today with people.
I think people are panicking.
Yeah.
I think
They
they
think like
are.
it's going to be like total
If
darkness.
this is the end, what
It's
is
not-
fucking granola going to do for
It's
you?
not
Nothing.
gonna
Yeah, no,
be. It's not gonna be a blackout.
That's
you
what I
can't
think.
see.
That's what they think. Like it's going to
gonna
be totally
be
black, and people are going to
nighttime.
start robbing houses and shit.
No,
I should
it's
have got
just-
all
it's
the
gonna
money
be-
out of the bank on Friday.
Right.
Right.
It's gonna be nighttime for 3 minutes.
During the day, people
During
can't
the
handle that
day.
shit. They
No,
can't
in
handle that.
2017 it was partially dark. I remember it because it lasted
I don't remember
like a
it.
minute.
don't.
Like a minute, but
Yeah,
it was
minute and a
dark.
half.
It was dark on one side and dusk
Yeah.
on the other side,
But this time
Looks
it's
like your guys'
full.
seating arrangement. It's dark on one side.
and dusk on the other.
I was going to say
Dusty
dust
on the
with
other.
his old ass.
When's the
but-
next clan rally, Scoot?
Hey,
Oh.
dude, don't be telling people that. On to other news.
No, none of you guys,
crazy.
Scoot, Tracy didn't run out and get a bunch of shit? Like,
No,
I went out and got gas. I know it sounds weird, but
I got Taco Bell too, but
no,
that was just for the.
I got, and then I go around the corner and there's 30 cents cheaper, which I looked all
Don't
day
you
today.
hate that?
So I spent $7 more than I should.
so what you're telling me right now is your vehicle's filled up?
So we know who to go to.
Because I need to siphon some shit after this first segment.
Don't you wish you could do like you do like at or like Walmart or something? You get gas, you go down the street, it's 30 cents cheaper. You just take yours back.
I wish.
Can I return
I'm
this?
just returning this shit.
I got
I wish.
Funnel Frank
Yeah.
there. He just fucking sucking on the garden hose.
He can't be the only. I do it all the
there.
time.
I do
Yeah.
all the time.
Every time, like I'm like, this gas station sucks. They're always more expensive. Go down here, get gas, come back there like $1.
Yeah.
We're having a sale today. You fucking.
Can we get the guy over here to just funnel this
Sucks.
shit out so I can go down the street?
Yeah, I just want to return it. I don't want.
Kathy, my sister, hasn't been out
She
shopping for
wanted
a
me to
bunch
go
of
get
shit.
gas. That's it.
That's
Just
it.
Gas.
Where are you going? Like, what are you going to
No.
outrun the Eclipse?
In case the pumps go down. I don't know. People are worried about computer glitch or
Computers,
solar
yeah.
flares.
Gotcha.
Who knows?
I think the reason. Okay, so here's my 2 cents. I think people are nervous more so now because now this is the first time that NASA, which I'm thinking, why didn't they do it the last time? But I would assume it's because this one's longer. They're going to send up those rockets to check.
They're going to try to shoot the eclipse out of the air.
No, they're checking like the atmosphere or something.
During the eclipse?
Yes,
During
that's
the
their plan.
eclipse.
So I'm thinking
They're going to set 3 rockets.
dude, I'm thinking we watch too much fucking TV. That's why everybody's afraid. Like, you've seen Armageddon. These motherfuckers think there's going to be men on those rockets. Like, like we watch too much TV. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing ever happens.
Here's the
Don't
thing.
jinx us, Scoot.
Nothing's going to happen.
This could be the last podcast.
I feel that it's social media's fault because like people just start conspiracy theory throwing stuff out there, and then we panic.
A lot of people get rich on all that.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what media is. To create a reason for you to come in and
It's crazy.
have a look. It's a circus.
Panic buying is one of the things, though.
Yeah.
Like, you got to admit, when you go to the store and you see the bread shelf is empty, you're like, shit.
Yep.
I
gotta get to the
better
next
go
store.
get this, or
Yeah.
I better go get that.
Yeah.
And it causes you to buy shit you didn't want. Like, oh, I better get 4 jugs of milk in case they're not any tomorrow. No, if everybody just stopped doing that shit, we made it
It's
through
not going to
COVID.
stop.
It's worse now. Like, we ran out of shit during COVID because people were fucking hoarding it.
Yeah.
Now, it's worse to try to go in the store and buy stuff because the shelves are stocked with it, but it costs so fucking much. So, like, if we wouldn't have did all that panic buying in the first place, prices would be normal right now.
Yeah.
Well, they try to regulate it with this supply chain incident, but it's always now the reason it's so high is there's supply chain. Right now, they're saying that we can't bring in the stock. That's totally money making scam. All of it. Now that ship that crashed, into the bridge. It's going to affect everything. Oh, yeah. That ship, that's just my Amazon order. That's some Temu shit in there. There's a couple of TVs.
Glad I got mine this morning.
Who knows, bicycles.
Right.
That should not
affect.
Right, you won't be able to buy oranges
in San
next
Francisco.
month.
Right.
Well,
or the price of orange juice. Yeah, no.
I think the reason why people are panicked on account of that is within 3 days, 2 other ships crashed too.
But isn't it just another way for them to just say, hey, we're going to charge you more?
Yeah.
And this is why.
Has anybody looked to see how many...
We accept it more now than ever before.
Has anybody ever looked to see how many ships crash on a regular basis?
No,
No, seriously, because...
prior to this one?
No,
thing.
listen, if they show this one that happened, boom, hit that bridge and all this shit, then I show you 2 more right after that, you're like, oh my God.
That's
But if I didn't
shot.
tell you,
Yeah,
I didn't show you 5 that
Let
happened
me
the day
tell you
before
It's a
that.
terrorist
Like,
attack.
But let me tell you something about that. And this is what kills me is because I work for the railroad. There's so many railroad accidents a day that people don't talk about.
But when they had that big one where all that shit spilled and mutated all those people,
that was
they're going to show 2 more
different. They're
accidents
gonna
after
show-
that, and
yeah.
you're like, oh my God, the world's going to
We
shit.
have a problem.
But it's all the
Yeah.
time.
There's thousands
though.
of them.
Yeah, it happened.
Well, just like airplane incidents. Not all of them are crashing.
Why do you bring this shit up?
We're trying to get them to come with us.
Oh, I'm sorry. But it's like the blowing out tires. There could be 1,700 blown out tires. Hold on a day.
That's my worst
until
fear.
Until you
On the
look
way to
for
the
it, you
airport.
won't find it. Until you look for
Yeah.
it.
Until you
but
look
you don't
for
know what you're like when you go grocery shopping. I don't know what you want. You buy all the shit you don't need. And when you go to the news, you're looking for the shit you want to look for.
Yeah.
That's why
Right.
people say this. I did my research. You were looking for the hot points.
Yeah.
You found a bunch. Now you believe the whole world's coming to an end because you went out and joined 20 outlets, and all 20 are kind of home because you look for those to kind of go with whatever you're thinking
Well,
about.
too, you got to remember the news is business. So, again, a train derailment, nobody got hurt, nothing's got... Okay, no, that's not worth our time.
Yeah, it's not.
But right
Send us a
after a
picture.
major train derailment, then the second one is fucking news. Like, put those next 2 on, dude. Like, it's business for them.
But for how many years, and this, and you may know about this, is states were not warned on what trains are carrying what through their state. And I wouldn't think that would be ever a topic, but them are lobbyists pushing really important things like, hey, all these truck semis are all placard. You know exactly. The fire department knows what's on that rig, how it's going to burn, how it's flashpoints, and all that. But trains have certain placards, but they don't have to tell you when something's really dangerous coming through. Ohio's pushing now.
Coming
to
right
make
through
that
your backyard.
mandatory. But maybe all states aren't like that, but lobbyists push that
When
stuff
it comes
around.
to trains, believe me, the government knows everything that's on those trains, because when we had our big strike, the one that the president had to get involved because it would shut down the United States if they did strike. They know everything that's coming in and out of here.
But states don't get that same
But the
luxury
states
now.
don't.
I don't
know.
think the president knows anything.
Well, you know what I mean.
Keeping it real.
Sorry.
I'm just saying.
You saying he's not briefed?
No, he's briefed.
He's been debriefed. I think. He's very brief.
He's super brief.
Yeah, he's very brief.
Well, keeping on topic of the Eclipse real quick, with it coming tomorrow, I was telling Denise about these 6 guys in New York. They're in prison. They're incarcerated.
Oh, my God.
They have now sued the Department of Corrections because it has something to do with their faith that they need to. This is biblical, this eclipse. They've sued so they can go outside during the eclipse to see the eclipse. And won.
They want to look
they
directly
won?
at it?
They want to go get the. No, apparently they got
they
to
wanna get
supply the glasses and go out and look at this eclipse due to it being like a biblical thing in their faith or something. You're in fucking prison.
Could you show me that, though? If you can show me that in a religion.
They probably.
Well, I mean, if they got
if it's
sued and
religious, then it is. Like,
A lot of-
right?
Well, here's my problem.
If you're that religious, would you be in there for murder?
Exactly. So let me tell you.
Come on.
If here's my thought process.
Kill
on
Jim,
it.
but I want to see that.
Whether
eclipse.
it's their
really stand
religion,
on that.
whether it's their religion or whatever, it makes me so mad that here in the States, it's like when you go to prison, no one's scared to go to prison anymore because
I am.
no, you know, okay,
Look around the room.
It's a long way from
you
prison.
know what I
Theo,
mean.
prison?
Like
Hell no.
No.
I don't.
basically
Prison
what I'm
for you?
saying.
I know what you're saying.
Prison.
You know what I'm saying.
Well,
No,
3
but
hots
they're
in
getting-
a cot ain't too bad anymore.
Exactly. Well, not only that, they're getting college educated for free. They get to work out
When
for
are they going to
free.
use that degree?
Hold on.
doing
Also,
life.
Get themselves out of prison.
well, here's the other thing. Why are they allowed to have Facebook? They're allowed to be on the computer, this, and this.
No,
and I just feel
prison's
like
not
that's-
supposed to be fun.
It shouldn't be fun. You shouldn't be able to. And here's the other thing. If it's your religion,
Should you be there in the first
You
place?
shouldn't. Exactly. You
But
shouldn't.
again, like
I don't know.
to be able to sue and then say like, "Hey, this is what I want to do because of my religion." I don't know. You've given up those rights when you went to
Exactly.
prison. So I
When
don't
you
think
go to
can
prison, you
sue
give
and
up your
ask for
rights
it
of
back.
everything.
Right. You gave up your rights to certain things, right?
Yes.
Now, going outside to look at an eclipse should be one of them. Now, what you eat, like I guess Muslim people don't eat pork and stuff. Should they be forced to eat pork then?
No.
That's what's on the menu today.
You just don't eat. Then.
Why is your religion? Well, you just
you
don't
just
eat.
don't eat. You eat everything
you
else.
don't
You can eat
the
the
warden
side.
has spoken, Scoot.
No,
So if
you
we
can
may- if
eat
we-
your side dishes. You just don't eat the pork.
So now just human beings don't get meat for dinner. They don't get food.
Did you get a choice at school? I mean, if they served the one thing? No, you didn't
no, you ate
got
what
that.
you got.
But you could bring your own lunch, or you could freely get up
All right,
and leave.
yeah, but that you're not
prison,
going
you're
to
forced,
prison
and
to
you're not
give
getting
up,
anything else.
But you're in prison.
Right, should you have a fucking
You
menu?
should not
So
have
you're
rights.
saying you should force feed Muslims pork?
No, I wouldn't force
No,
feed
but
them that.
you
They have an
shouldn't have
option not to eat
rights.
that meat that day.
I don't know.
Well, how about that whole week?
What if it's
Nothing
the
on
whole
menu.
week?
Yeah, there's stuff on there they can't eat the whole week.
Eat the sides.
But they also, it's forbidden to do a hunger strike. So they can't let these guys go hungry. So it almost looks like they could hone that menu into a way to say, hey, we're going to kill all these guys just by the menu. It looks like abuse.
Okay.
Now they have civil right
Well,
and other people coming in there, liberals.
If
Here's
you're the,
the thing.
warden, though, would you want that brought down on your
Here's
prison? You're
the-
running this? No, you probably
no.
end up
Ramadan.
giving in to their
You have to.
demands.
Ramadan's a whole friggin' month. You can't eat
No,
or
it's
drink
ramen noodles.
or drink water.
Ramen, top
like you
ramen.
can't
Top
drink or
ramen.
you can't
So
drink or
dusk,
eat
right?
from dusk to dawn.
No, dawn to dusk.
Or I mean dawn to dusk. You know what I meant. Yeah. So I mean
They go 12 hours, right?
if you can go that long, then you can eat your
You can
little
go 45
side.
minutes.
You can eat your side dish. Wait till
That's why
tomorrow's
guys
menu.
really, and that's why that commissary, people die over commissary.
Yeah.
Because of stuff like that. Because
Yes.
you want what you want when you want it. And if you don't get it, a lot of guys have nothing to lose. But getting back to why guys are in jail, if they're so religious, a lot of guys feel that the reason they got there is they didn't have it in the beginning.
Yeah.
Now that they find it,
Yeah.
now they're saying, hey, I'm turning my life around,
Mm-hmm.
but I need a little bit of help here. So I'll need the internet. I'll need this. I'll need more social time.
Here's
I want to be a lawyer.
Yeah,
I
you want
won't
to rehabilitate me. This is what I'm going to need from you.
Here's
Never-
what I want. All these people that win lawsuits over stuff that are like, really? You won that? I want their lawyer. I want their lawyer.
But aren't lawsuits, most of them even something far-fetched, now is a precedent. Now it's called back up. Hey, so-and-so's court case is won by... That's what's so strong about judges going crazy.
Yep.
Because now another judge has got to almost find out why that judge found that way.
Right.
And he's got to get the same verdict that guy did because it's the same suit. It's the same...
Right.
That's
such
why
and such versus such and such. And
it is buried, and that's what people quote these damn things. I'm like, how do you know that shit? You need to know it because that's your ace.
Yeah.
That is your Uno swap card. That's the one, and that wins a lot of cases.
See,
Once
and
one messed up judge can fuck up the whole thing.
That's why you got to
it's
watch who you let
crazy.
in as judges, who you vote
Yeah.
in.
That is exactly right.
Because if somebody believes a certain way and they're more lenient on drug dealers, they're more lenient. They don't have a history of putting certain people in jail or like, drug dealers in jail. Then you're going to lose a lot of those cases.
What's fucked up about that is, F-bomb, is there's lawyer or judges that are giving people the max. I've got a family member of mine. His brother pleaded out for 25 years. Nothing, no murder, no nothing like that. He says, well, if he's giving him 25 years, I'll take it to a jury. I'll take my chances. Not only did she give him 8 years per count times 7 counts. So she tried it. He got 56 years. Stole a credit card. No breaking and entering.
Murderers
Just background of
don't
just
even
running the streets and dealing in stolen property. But she set a precedence on that and said, and she's known. Judge Saffold here in Cleveland. She is known for harsh prison.
Damn.
I mean,
harsh, hundreds of years.
Could
is
he
no
go
problem.
back and just say, I'll plead?
no, you
Yeah,
can't.
and that's it. The other cousin, because he pled, there is no appeal. So he still has his appeal as the other cousin because he pled not guilty. Once you plead guilty, you give up. So he's only got another 8 years left out of his 25 years. The other cousin's got like 37 years left.
Same crime,
Same crime.
And
The other-
that's crazy because to me, I feel like those cases, they're not killing someone. But yet we'll have murderers serve 7 years.
What's really terrible, if you think about it, there's people in prison that didn't do what they're accused
Exactly.
of and didn't want to take that plea. Was like, listen, I'm not going to say
fight.
I did
Yeah, I didn't
do
and end up with 50 freaking years
Yep.
instead of the 20-year plea. Dude, I don't know what I
right.
would do in that situation.
and it plays back to Denise, something we had mentioned a while back.
I was about to say, I didn't commit a crime.
50 years.
Yeah.
Guy finds out he's falsely accused. They give him 175 grand. Have a good day.
And it's not 175 grand guaranteed. It's up
to. Oh my God.
Up to.
If I'm incarcerated for 50 years wrongfully,
No.
100, no.
You're giving me millions.
First off, I'm happy the guy got exonerated.
Yeah.
For sure. It doesn't take another lawyer. Hey, man, we found a loophole. We get you out of this. And
Yeah.
you kind of know the guy did it. Like other people, celebrities have done it. Right. But they proved he didn't do it. He wasn't even in the air. Whatever it may be, that it was legitimate. You see, God dang, the guy wasn't even there.
Now there's no due process. Oh, someone said they seen you in the area. Like,
That's what's messed up.
That's your evidence? Is someone just said they seen me here?
Because you're always guilty
That is,
until you're proven innocent.
And
You're not innocent
Well,
until
they
you're
always
proven
say,
guilty.
that's fucked
That's
up.
crazy.
why should it matter how good your lawyer is?
Yeah.
Because I kill somebody, she kills somebody, and I got a good lawyer, and she has a half-assed lawyer, and I'm doing a totally different. My life is affected totally different than hers because of. So, and I know we can get off on this social class, money, but it's so weird that why does that lawyer know more about other cases than my lawyer? Yeah, okay, it's who I could afford, but it's almost like it's not really fair that it's like you could. Football teams, baseball teams,
Money rules the world.
Cap salaries.
It's
you can
money
afford
because-
anything. You could buy your way out of anything. Not just like anything. Fishing license, you could buy your way out of it.
Yeah.
Speeding tickets. Hey, if you want to pay your reinstatement fee, you're back on the road. You got 17 DUIs. Hey, but if you pay the ASR 22, everything is buyable. And just like lawyers,
Right.
everything is
Yeah.
whatever.
But it's the same for everyone, though. Like, I don't know what you do for a living.
Yeah.
If somebody pays you $200 to do a building,
Okay.
and I'm going to pay you 30 grand, I don't get better quality? You're still going to do this guy's shit the same way for $200? You're still going to give him all the perks and all the...
No.
Okay. Well, then,
But I'm saying that lawyer now because
Rick
he
don't
happened-
show up for the 200 now.
not
Yeah,
showing-
fuck that.
because that lawyer knows more about cases or his office. It's like, hey, here's what we got here. Find it.
Yeah.
They got algorithms, blah, blah, blah. Where,
Yeah.
John Jacobs, attorney at law,
He's by
he was
himself.
a C student at best, doing his best, but he just don't have that reach and power. I just say,
and he's not putting in the work, the same amount of work.
Right.
Probably he's not putting in. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, he probably don't have. He's got. I don't know what his situation is, but it just seems like one guy knows more, and the client gets off. Same crime. So when it says State versus Jones, well, the State's going to lose because Jones got a great lawyer. Well, State versus Smith got a shitty lawyer. State wins.
Right, and
Smith
they were
loses.
both doing the same crime.
Identical crime, very similar. Everything's identical. They even got a video on the guy that got exonerated. That ain't him. They proved why it wasn't him. Because the guy was too short, he was too tall, he was too thin, he was too this. He don't own a shirt like that. Whatever it may be. Yeah. It really seems like you can buy your way around anything.
When I was looking for a lawyer for my case, like for, the hospital sending me home twice to die, I'm like, I didn't want money. I just wanted someone accountable.
Are you suing because you didn't die? Because you said they send you home to die and you didn't?
No,
what are you suing them for?
I'm suing them.
She's like, you told me I was going to die.
You sent me home to die, and here I am alive again.
No, here's why I'm suing. Because when I was in there, they were like, well, sometimes, and I quote this doctor, sometimes we just don't know what's wrong with you. We can't find what's wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you.
I can't believe
and then they
that,
send
though.
you
Like,
home.
that's the truth,
it's
though.
But here's the thing.
I swear.
Yeah,
the thing.
It's called a practice for a reason.
But it's the emergency room. I went twice.
Yeah, they're practicing physicians.
But listen to this, though.
You take,
and this is the thing that's crazy. Exactly. And this is what I'm about to say. What I told them my symptoms were. I told both times that I went in there, I told them my symptoms the exact same way. And they sent me home. When I went to the doctor's office, like a regular doctor's office, the nurse, not a doctor, the nurse, I said what was wrong with me. And I wasn't there for this. I was there to get a stress test. That nurse was like, oh my God.
You got chlamydia.
Yes.
We're sending you home.
They were like, we need to go
To
downstairs. We need to go downstairs because I think you have blood clots in both your lungs.
We need to go downstairs. They've been looking upstairs.
So we went downstairs. They did the x-ray, the MRI and everything, and there it was. The emergency room. All they had to do is run a scan on my chest, and they didn't. But this nurse...
Did you know that at the time, though, that they needed to do that?
I didn't know I had blood clots.
Oh. Because...
But
it's the emergency room, though. If you go in there, they don't find anything wrong with you. They have to send you home, right?
But why didn't they take the steps to run scans? You see what I mean?
Well, what triggered that nurse?
Right. That's what I'm saying. She had more time to spend or something,
no.
maybe. Or she just...
When I walked in, I said...
breathing?
I said, I don't think I can do this test, but I came in to try to do it. I can't breathe. It feels like an elephant is sitting on my chest. That's all I said. I didn't go into the details.
Did you say that in the emergency room?
Yes. But I even went into more details in the emergency room than I did with the nurse.
Now, it's possible this nurse used to be a vet and she knows a little bit more about elephants.
Well, the crazy thing is, I called, Misney.
Oh, no.
No, because I didn't know who. I called him. I know. I called him. And he was like, well, I can't take the case. And he's the one who's like, I can't take the case because you didn't die, unfortunately. He's like, I'm glad you were fine.
Would you take the case if you died? Like, who's going to fight on your behalf?
My number was one of your relatives.
So he was like,
know.
let me give you a number of another lawyer that may be able to help you. And even that lawyer was like, here's the problem.
You're alive.
With malpractice suits. 9 times out of 10, you have to die to sue.
Yeah,
and I said, well, that should change. Like, if you have life-altering stuff happen to you, like what if I was disfigured? I feel like someone should be accountable
for that, though. Disfigured, you can sue for.
Right.
For sending you home and nothing happened to you, you can't sue me, though. Like, you can't sue me on a could have, would have, should have.
So
nothing happened to you, though.
So it's a numbers game. If they send 15 or 20 people with your condition or others, and one dies, it's like, okay, we'll pay.
1 out of 15 is not bad.
That's really not.
Isn't it? Is it like that? It's a numbers game. So until someone's really killed, then they don't review it. It's like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. No one's really been.
Right.
So they already know how liable they are by sending you home. They're not liable. They don't know that. And if you come back, it's just another visit, another charge with your, your insurance company. So until something happens to you, that's just protocol. And as long as we can get her out the door, and they've done this, they've got caught doing this, dropping patients off 2 blocks from the hospital, and a guy died at the bus stop. They got rid of him out of the emergency room.
He got jacked.
The one guy died here at Parma in the emergency room. Like he was waiting to get sent back there, and he like keeled over in the waiting room.
Well, I mean, they don't know he's going to keel over. Like
when you go in, here's the protocol. I know it's probably this way everywhere else.
Say
but
this guy came in, you're sitting there, and they let him go before you. You'd be upset.
No,
like I've been sitting here.
No. Yeah. Here's the protocol, and every hospital is this way. When you come in with chest pains, you are first to go back because they don't want you to. They don't know if you're having a heart attack.
That is true. They took me back when I went in and told them I had chest pains.
This guy, it was so packed because COVID was happening and everything that they had to sit him back out, and he died. And I feel like you told him to sit out here. I don't know.
Well, that is true because when they found out there was really nothing wrong with my chest,
they sent you back out there?
They sent me out. They wheeled my fucking gurney out into the hallway and gave someone my room. I'm sitting there with no fucking shirt on, in a sheet and the fucking gown. For how long? I was there a good half hour after that. Like, can I just go get dressed and leave?
It's crazy.
Don't leave me out
But
here.
you can't leave, though, because if you'd have left and had a heart attack in a parking lot, then you want to sue them again. There's no right answer.
What about Helen, who had a heart attack by looking at me running around with my naked ass and shit?
Well, first of all, you weren't supposed to be running around. They told you to sit the fuck down. But no, there's no right answer. If they send you home, you're like, you sons of bitches sent me home. If they keep you, you're like, yeah, you're just bilking my insurance and keeping me.
True. We're always going to complain.
You're going to, no matter what happens.
No matter what.
Nothing happened to you, and you want to sue. You literally said you went home twice.
You could have died.
Fine.
I spent a week in ICU, though.
So are you mad about that?
Yeah.
Why? They was trying to help you.
Because I'm...
See what I'm saying? You're mad no matter what happens.
Because I just feel like...
They couldn't find anything wrong with you. And you know what? They tried. They maybe didn't do all the right tests. But
what if I didn't
eventually they sent you home and they were right. Nothing happened to you.
Because I went to the doctor's office the next day.
Didn't they say go to the doctor's? What did they say?
What if I didn't have that appointment?
They said make an appointment. That's why you made one.
I didn't. I already had that appointment for a different test.
I'm just saying, they already knew.
If I didn't go, if I didn't have that appointment.
They was like, Helen, take care of this when she comes in.
I wouldn't be sitting here if I didn't have that appointment.
Killed you.
Yeah.
Right. Neither would Theo because he'd be rich. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know him then. This happened in 2018.
Oh, he would have known you.
Now he's got something to complain about. What? You know what I'm saying?
Girl dies. Hell yeah, I'll marry her.
Yeah,
where's her gurney at?
Body still warm?
Hell yeah, warm her up.
Ew.
Put her under the light. Get some color in her face.
Oh my gosh.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here shortly.
That's crazy.
Yo, this is Scoot, and you're watching the Poddy Animals Podcast. So sit back, relax, listen, laugh, and remember, potty like an... Oh, shit.
We'll go talk about it now.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yo, welcome back to the show. Before we get started with the
I want my money back.
Rick had something to add about the eclipse that's coming up tomorrow.
Yeah, pretty cool story. When we had it now?
Yeah, add it right now.
Scoot's back,
shit, dude.
and Scoot's back. Well, we seen that movie 300, and I didn't quite get.
What is that? 300?
It's a bloody film.
300 with my dude in
I
it.
love that movie,
yeah, 300.
This is Sparta.
Well, this is better. Listen. What was it? Leonidas. This was another battle Leonidas was in. And I think it happened in 543 BC. Don't quote me on it. But
Before the credits?
Way before the credits. So it might have been 600 BC.
I got you. Go ahead.
But they're battling this big ass. Boy, they always run big battles.
Yeah.
Why they're in the middle of this damn war? There's a lunar eclipse, a full lunar eclipse in the middle of this thing. They all stopped fighting.
Did they look at it?
They looked right at it.
And they were fine.
They were all
That's
fine.
what I'm saying, dude. They had stronger eyes than us back then.
They all
They had
stopped.
Sparta
So it
eyes.
is a religious thing.
So they took that as an omen.
Spartanized.
Yeah.
They made peace for 5 years. That lasted from that. That was a sign that from the gods. But what are the odds?
So
I said it's
there
the
it
only
is.
time a celestial event has influenced a war.
Well, there you go.
And they looked at it as a calling that the gods, the Greek
Is that
gods.
why Batman uses the signal?
Could
Once
be.
everyone stops?
Could be.
Oh,
That's why the
shit.
mayor uses the
Shit's
signal.
about to get real.
Batman never uses that signal.
You know what else is
He's like,
crazy
fuck.
about the eclipse?
What could
is
be
that-
crazy about it?
We have to set, so our trash comes on Monday. We have to set
You
our
have to take it out tonight.
tonight because
All right.
they are coming at 3
In the morning, they're
a.m.
coming.
Get outta here.
to get the trash.
The world is fucked up.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
just
we
fucked
got we got the notice
They're gonna
saying
come
that
early?
they're coming early. They're
So
coming
they
at
can see the
3
eclipse.
a.m.
Well, we got the day off. Scoot's talking about he has to go do estimates during the
Yeah, I
eclipse.
gotta work. What the
Tell
fuck?
them it's against your religion.
Yeah, it's,
No,
cool.
well, it's not against my paycheck, so I'm
It'll be against your
trying to
paycheck.
get paid.
Oh my goodness.
We got the day off, man. They just think someone's going to look up.
I don't know.
Really?
Yep,
I'm
and then
just
sue
so
the company.
excited because
Scoot, look up.
I'm going to, dude. I'm getting paid.
that's like kids where you say don't touch the button. You're going to do it.
I gotta take a peek. One of these.
Just a quick.
Yeah,
Oh
just a
my
peek,
God.
dude. They can't burn my retinas out that quick.
It will.
well,
And tonight, I started like yesterday. Well, probably the day before yesterday, because that's when I realized.
Preparing
I thought
for
that, yeah, and I've been exercising, dude.
He's looking into light bulbs all night
Yeah,
tonight.
no, and then, yeah.
Honey, get the 100 watt. I'm practicing here.
And I'm
Oh my
blinking
God.
really fast, so like you don't have time to burn my retinas,
Okay.
right?
stop.
No, I
you
guess
said
not.
blinking real fast.
Yeah, I'm just like do it, like
Just
blink
like
real
this,
fast. You don't
hey,
even
do
see
like
the
that.
light,
Just
dude.
like that. That way you can just look at it without
Let's
getting...
let's do one of those disclosure
I'll think about that.
thingies
I will
where
think
it's like, please
We do
do
not
not
con-
try
we do
this,
not
and we don't
condone.
condone it.
Yes.
Do
just
not
saying.
do this.
Do not do what Scoot recommends.
Exactly.
I'm not recommending you do it. I'm just saying, Rick, look at the light and blink really fast. You don't even see the damn
Yeah,
light.
you do.
dude.
Yeah,
no,
you do.
don't. See? Faster. You ain't been practicing. I'm on it.
You ain't
dude.
been practicing, Rick.
No.
What's the
Oh
matter
my
with
God.
you?
I am not prepared for
Watch how fast I do it. I just blink
Damn.
like 200 times.
Damn,
dude.
you
We need
didn't-
a montage.
I just blink like 200 times. It's fucking fast.
Oh
It's
my God.
no shit is getting in.
I saw it like quiver a bit, but I didn't see
Scoot,
his-
I would not recommend doing that tomorrow. Please.
Nothing's getting in, dude. I'm telling you.
I'm just curious how Tuesday is going to be, traffic wise.
Bunch of blind motherfuckers just ramming
You're talking
cars.
about post-eclipse?
Yeah.
What
You
about
like people leaving and
post-apocalypse?
shit? If it fucks with my
Listen.
work day, I'm going to be pissed.
I am so happy. I finally have my dash cam from Temu, and I'm gonna hook it up because I feel like it's gonna be crazy on Tuesday to go to work.
I think a lot of people should have worked tomorrow and take Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday off.
Why?
Because a lot of people are going to need to go get their shit back. Because I think a lot of these motherfuckers panic was like,
Yeah.
sell all our stock. The world's ending. And then Tuesday morning, I'm like, babe, we got to go get our shit back. We done sold the kids. We sold the car.
Well,
we got rid of every damn thing.
Krista was saying something about she heard that some people are thinking this is like
The end.
The end.
Jesus is coming. And I'm just like, well, I mean, if he's coming, that's great.
We still didn't ask the kids to come over.
But who doesn't think he's not already here?
I'm just saying, is that his thing? Is that Jesus' thing? He's just going to make it dark for a second and
I
pop
know.
out like,
Hey, I'm a surprise.
here I am.
Surprise.
They turn on the lights. Surprise.
And to beat all, he's coming to Cleveland.
Right.
Yeah, why here?
You know what I'm saying? Or the totality of it all, he's coming here. Fuck that.
Hopefully he's not landing in the steel yard.
You know where
He
he
may
might be
wanna
going,
talk
man?
to fucking,
He might be going to Bethlehem, Ohio.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, we
shit.
do have
He's
one.
coming back to Bethlehem.
We have one of those.
There you go, Scoot. That answers
That's
your
where the
question.
train
That's why he
accident
wants
was.
to come here.
He's coming back here.
He's
to-
not going to the steel yard because Walmart's closing their self checkout there. The only Walmart in
Jesus.
Ohio. Yeah, they're
Jesus.
closing theirs.
So the company I work for now, we take care of the steel yard common grounds.
Okay.
So we take care of the key bank down there.
Okay.
Which this is the first time, but it makes sense because it's steel yard.
It's good.
Literally, you have to stand at the front door, wait for the light to turn green, open that door, make your way through a metal detector. You think you're in the bank? No, there's another door. You have to wait for that light to turn green to get in. Those doors lock behind you.
Yep.
Single file because the two of us decided we're going to go in together, me and my coworker. Excuse me, you're going to have to wait one at a time through the metal detector. I'm like, metal detector, shit. We get all done in there. Now you got to wait for the light to turn green to leave both doors, the exit
Yeah,
doors.
you're not robbing that bank.
Insane. I get it, but insane.
They're more than just a gun. metal detector. They sniff gunpowder
So-
residues on you. They sniff anything. It's a metal, but also gunpowder.
Well, I didn't see anyone there sniffing
It
anybody's
sniffs, it
hands.
sniffs the air in there. That's why it's airtight when you close
Yeah.
it. The one by George's Kitchen.
Can you hear it go?
That Huntington Bank's got and the one on Clark used to. I don't think that bank's closed.
No, it makes sense.
It sniffs the air in there. It sniffs every bit of it.
So I'm thinking, all right,
I'm
what's
going
the
there and rip ass.
what's the purpose of the door locking on
Right.
the inside as they're trying to leave? It's not. They let them go through the first door, then they lock it.
I'm
Now
freaking
you're-
out,
freaking out,
you
dude.
can't
You know
even
that's
get out.
methane
Doors on me, I'm
gas.
freaking the fuck
And-
out.
You can't get out.
No.
If you robbed it, you will not be able to.
No,
get
they
through the
let you
second.
go through the first door,
You think
and then
you're
they
good.
lock it. So everyone's safe in the bank.
Yep.
It's bulletproof glass.
Yep.
You're done.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you be pissed if you're a robber? Like, yeah, I'm out this bitch. and
Yeah.
get stuck
Oh, they're
between
gonna
you.
open the door for me. You get
You
out.
know, there's one stupid person that's not knowing this.
I didn't know.
But your theory of farting in there, because our farts are methane gas, I
Yep.
want to try it.
That's how I'm gonna rob the place.
And even if one robber stays behind and probably has a hostage, if they wanted to, they couldn't leave that door open and let the other guy out. That door has to close for that
For the
one
other
to
one
open.
to open.
So they're done. They could shoot everybody. I know it sounds screwed up, but it is probably
Really
one of the
not.
safest ways to have a. I would work in that
Yeah.
bank. I would work in that bank.
People are thinking of foolproof plans and shit
Yep.
of stopping shit.
Thinking of a master plan.
Hey,
This ain't nothing but sweat inside my.
Do you remember the boots on the cars they used to put on the tires that you're parked
Yeah.
illegally? Scoot remembers
Yes.
twice.
I don't have no boots. Man.
Not anymore. You broke them motherfuckers off driving with them on.
Driving
These
that,
boots
drive.
were made
Have
for
you-
driving.
I've seen-
That's just what I'll
I've
do.
seen people driving with them on. Just
God, wouldn't it rip up
clickety-clack.
your brake line? Wouldn't
They
it
don't
rip
would-
care. Rick.
it will mess
couldn't
up
stop in the
definitely
first place.
the what do you call it? The hub or the
wheel well?
wheel well.
Yeah.
I got a Jeep. I don't even have fenders, dude.
So you're
Boot
good.
me up.
You can spin it. It wouldn't even catch anything.
They're
You're-
an option.
You got
I
so
didn't
much
get them.
room.
They're an
Oh.
option. I didn't buy the fenders. They're an
Well,
option.
New York's came up with something that blocks your windshield now.
What?
It's got like 1,000 pounds of pressure with suction cups.
Here's the thing, though. Unless they put something on the driver's side
Are we
window,
gonna show that?
I'm rolling the window down and I'm sticking my head out and I'm driving home.
Well, we have that. I mean, we have it. Here's the boot on the windshield. Scoot's bringing it up so Rick can see. You can see.
I mean,
They put a boot on your windshield, dude.
what
Someone's
about your-
already came up with an idea. Bam.
I
I'm
know
not a-
exactly.
Hold on.
So I guess it's 1,000 pounds of pressure that suctions that.
That's how you avoid it. That's how you deal with it.
Yep. There he is, Jim
That-
Carrey.
Yep, that's what I said.
So it's 1,000 pounds of pressure. You cannot get it off.
That's crazy.
What if it breaks my windshield?
Oh, you're liable because you should have paid your
So
ticket.
New York has leased 4 of these in action. So they're going to start rolling them out.
Well, wouldn't it be cheaper, the damage to the windshield as opposed to your wheel well? I'd kick out the windshield.
Yeah.
That
It's called
is
Safe
true.
Light.
Well, you,
Safe Light repairs.
Safe Light replace.
well,
Love it.
you're on the hook for that device until you pay your fine.
Yeah.
Oh, so you'd have to pay them for the device anyway.
Yep.
Oh, I just
Yeah.
You got to put a $250 deposit down, and you get that back once you pay your fine.
All right, listen. I'm dropping that off with you. You have it.
That is a nutty idea.
So if you pay your fine, you get a code, and you put the code in, and it'll release.
It is going to do. Somebody's going to find a workaround because that's why
Yeah.
they don't use the boots no more. It's just nonstop. Like you said, people just start kicking their windshields out and paying $40 for
it sounds bad.
Yeah.
Probably be cheaper, like Rick said, than
Or
fucking up your wheel
Either
well.
that, or I'm throw that bitch in reverse. I'm gonna back my way out of this situation. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good idea.
Yeah, just drive backwards. I don't give a fuck.
D, you got some tea for us this week?
I do. And it's funny because this goes on to what? Let's just talk about tickets.
Alrighty then.
What do you got for us?
So this lady was hit with a $105 speeding ticket while her car was in tow. Yes, here in Cleveland.
Oh wow.
Leave it to Cleveland. I didn't have my
The
glasses on.
Eclipse loonies are already out.
Yes,
Oh, shit's
I
getting
know. I
real.
forgot
Put
to
her
have my
glasses
glasses on. They're actually your glasses. Okay, so the city sent this woman. You know how they send you the photo ticket of her car speeding.
Those
And-
are great, by the way, the photo tickets. Didn't you get one, Rick, from
I got
I
one.
Taylor?
was sitting on a tow truck, but she was still charged for the infraction, even though she wasn't behind the wheel.
So she was with the tow truck driver up front, or was she still? Yeah.
No, like it's the tow truck guy. So
How does anybody, whoever sends out these tickets or whoever does what the fuck ever you're doing, not look at that and be like, this car's on a tow truck?
Right.
Like there's no regulate. There's no. You just send out tickets, right? You just look
Don't
at a
it
plate.
take a picture of the plate though? It don't really take a picture of the whole scene, Scoot.
Well, then how they know it was on a tow truck?
By the way,
She's probably fighting it because it's on a tow truck, right?
yes, so she was.
She got one of the.
She was visiting
pictures.
a friend, and she broke down
Timestamp.
on the side of the
Right.
road.
Oh, so she was like, my car was being towed at that time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, then why are we mad at the camera people? They didn't get a whole picture of the vehicle
She
being
still
towed.
had to pay.
No, they got the picture of the tow truck with her car
Oh,
on the
shit.
back of the
That's-
tow
so
truck.
that's what I'm saying.
And she
How-
has they have the photo of the, because they always take a picture
that's funny.
of who's driving.
Right? Who's regulating this shit then?
Who in their right mind says, "Oh yeah, fuck it"? It was.
Yeah, send that out. Send this
I'll
ticket
tell you
out.
right now what it is there's so many tickets going out. They don't look at them. They're being auto folded and stuffed. They're not
Yeah.
looking. There's millions of dollars. Even in is it Lindale or
Yeah, Lindale.
Yeah,
They-
that's
they're
crazy.
making $3 to $5 million a
It's
year.
like
in
Roscoe and
tickets,
Enos
bro.
over there. There's two cops.
I guess it's a pretty good shot in the dark anyway too. If you just send it out, maybe they'll just pay
Yeah.
it. If they
That's
don't pay
what
it, fuck it. You know what
Yep.
I mean? So
And if
why
it
not
becomes an
send
issue,
it? I
we'll
guess.
bring it up.
If they got a picture of it, it must have happened. Let me just pay it.
Well, she got mad because she feels that the tow company should be getting charged for the ticket.
They couldn't get
She
his license plate.
contested-
Her car was in the way.
No, it wasn't, because it was on a flatbed.
Oh shit!
That
So-
makes it even
You gotta-
worse.
Yeah, it wasn't.
kidding me
It was
right
on a
now.
flatbed. It wasn't in tow.
Oh,
but
shit. Did it get repoed? Is that
No.
where we're going with that?
It wouldn't
no,
take much.
she contested the fine at East Cleveland Police Department, where she was told to refute her fine with the private company that owned the cameras, because Cleveland got rid of their cameras.
So now they're just subbing them out. Like,
Yeah.
but again, like you should be
It's
able to
still-
walk into a police station or anywhere where somebody has eyes and be like, here's what I got a ticket for, and they're like, oh shit, get me
Yeah,
out.
yeah, never mind.
Yeah,
we're
just go home.
We're gonna
You know what I'm
avoid
saying?
that one
Right,
out.
right.
And just be on your way.
There shouldn't be go see anyone. It should
Well,
be
I mean,
done.
we see like people getting off for shit. I mean,
Well,
Do they have the tow truck's plate in the picture?
everything.
So
They
how
sh-
is he not the one getting the
Right.
ticket?
So Billings, who is, I think you pronounce his name Twan Billings. He's the
Oh, that's my dude,
Pre-
Twan. Yeah, I know him.
he's the president of East Cleveland Council, who is helping her fight this ticket. And
How much help do
He
you
said-
need?
Right, right.
Why is this
Well,
more than
How much
15
that
seconds
costing
worth
the
of
city
Because
work?
for
she's-
these
Right.
councilmen to come and defend you?
no, she's not paying him. So what happened is she's fighting all of this on her own, and then she finally got tired because they were giving her the runaround and went to the TV station. And then obviously when it aired on the news,
Why is this
Council
taking
shit
any
happens.
more than
Right.
30
Well,
seconds
he's
worth of
shown-
resources?
right.
Ripping that thing up and throw you know what I'm saying? It should not
well,
take
that's
any
what
more.
he said. He wants the cameras removed because how many people did not see this before they sent it to her address? He feels that it's more of a money grab than anything.
Clearly.
Sure.
I would have taken names of the people that looked at this ticket and still decided, like,
Yeah.
There you go.
Fire
That's the
them.
thing. There's no punishment for. So when the city does
Stupidity.
something, when you do it, when you speed, you get a ticket. You get your picture, you get your ticket, you pay this fucking fine. When the city does something stupid, or the state or whoever, there's no repercussions. Somebody should be responsible for this going out.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
this happening. Now, if this one would have paid the ticket, then what?
No one would have said anything.
Right.
Nothing.
Nothing.
You think there's someone at the station? You think they just grab it and put it in, or you think they look at him like,
like he said, nobody's looking
Here's
at anything.
the
'Cause there's
thing,
no
though.
reason to. Why do I care? It's not my ticket. I'm sending it out. I don't care.
My
Why do I
thing
look at it?
is, when you're that person looking at the picture to give out the ticket and it's a tow truck, why are we ticketing anyone other than the tow
like
truck?
Rick was saying, they don't even look at it. They're just, oh, that's a plate number, blah blah blah. What's
Get
in
it out.
What's in it? Send it.
They can
We-
appeal it. There's a process.
Yeah.
Let them appeal
But
it.
there's two plate numbers on the photo.
And
Wouldn't you not
also-
go with the tow truck's plate number.
Nobody's pissed about the resources that it
Why
took
would
to
you
send
go
this out in the first place.
Why
Like,
why
you're just
would you
spending
go
money.
with her?
Did the flatbed get its own ticket? We're just not hearing about it.
Oh, I wonder if they did. They
'cause
sent
they're
out
liable.
2 tickets.
That is
They're
true.
liable probably for the thing on the back of their truck plus their company logo. They're not going to bring any shit up for that.
I
He only
mean,
had to
I
be
don't
doing
know
30 and a
because
25 to get a ticket. It ain't like he was doing 70 going down in Fulton.
Right.
He could have just been doing like anybody else.
yeah, I don't know.
32 miles an hour and a 25.
I remember when we used to have the cameras in Cleveland and then they took them away because a lot of people who had tickets
Scoot got
didn't
caught
have to
like
pay
this.
them anymore.
I got caught in Parma.
I was one of them.
Not too long ago, it cost me $200.
200 for
On
what?
Ridge, in front of the church on Ridge.
No, it was a school zone apparently, which I still think I should go back because it was like 2 in the afternoon. The lights ain't on at 2 in the afternoon.
Right.
for a
They
school
can't.
zone.
Right.
But they said I was in a school zone doing 28 and a 25.
Unless
In
they're
a school zone, it's 20, so I'm 8 over. It's $200. So
No,
I think-
technically you're 3 over.
but if it's in a school zone, it's 20. You're only supposed to be doing 20 miles an hour.
I thought it was only when the lights were flashing.
Yeah, I thought it was when the lights were flashing.
So now here's the thing: I could have took off work. I could have
just
went and
paid
fought
it.
that
I know.
and lost $240 to not pay.
do you have a
$200.
dash cam?
I don't.
Get one. So
Yeah.
when they say the school's on, you got it timestamped.
How do
and
you-
everything
Well, it is
recorded.
time stamped anyway, so we could just go back and be like,
Yeah.
listen, on Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays,
true.
Wednesdays, there's no fucking light flashing.
Flashing, yeah.
But I also don't know. Some don't say that the light need there's different rules.
yeah, there's
right?
different rules.
Some
probably.
just because the light's not flashing does not mean it's not still a
Because the
school
light
zone.
could be out.
Well, no, just because there's a sign that tells
That's
you
true.
there's a school zone. You're in a school zone. That's already your warning. You don't need a light.
Well, here's something.
So even on like weekends, you got to do 20 through those?
School days. No.
School
No,
days.
during school
And that's why
days.
you can't get
Should
they're
be
on-
during school
Well,
hours.
they're on Christmas break. Pretend you're from out of town and you don't know that they're on Christmas break. If it's Monday through Friday,
Yeah.
then a lot
Yeah,
of
I've
times
seen
those
that
counts.
during the holidays.
Okay.
The school zone's still
But
flashing.
some schools are year round. So who are you to say, hey, I know that school, they're out, man. My
Yeah,
nephew
you
goes
don't.
there, or that one.
Yeah.
Now I'll tell you what happened to me in court. And I learned 2 things that day. One is how to plea. You never say guilty as hell, Your Honor.
No.
It's just no contest. But
No
I want to be
contest.
his buddy, right? Like he's gonna take me fishing. The other thing was
They don't take you fishing.
no. Johnny's daddy took him fishing when he was 8 years old, not me. So I'm in court there. They're calling case by case, and we're all in there for the same thing. Judge says, hold on, let me stop something here. How many people are in here for speeding through a school
Did
zone?
we go to the same?
Judge Fink in Parma.
We did go to the same.
You might have been in there with me. So everybody stands
Oh my
up.
God,
He's
this
like, I'll
is
just
so
do all these
hilarious.
cases at once.
Yes.
16 people were in there at
Yes.
once. And he goes, I'm going to explain something to you. And you guys all need to know this because a lot of people do not know this.
Oh my God.
Where it says school or school ahead, that is the school zone.
Yep.
Do not wait to brake right at the flashing light, which already kids, if
Yeah.
that's flashing, that is literally in front of the school. You've already hit 3 kids before you got there. On Snow Road, between Snow and Broadview, that sign is about 150 yards before the school on the corner of Broadview on Snow.
Wow.
And it says school. That's all it says. And now I know this is right because, and you could check this in anywhere else you drive, and you'll be able to check it quite
Your
easily.
ticket's public record. We get it.
You brake right there. You brake and you drive that 150 yards. And the reason I know it's legit, he said, you guys got to know this, is when I look at the other side of the street, what does that sign say? End of school zone.
Yep.
So mine just says school here. It says end there.
Yeah.
So those guys that are speeding think they got past the flashing light and they're humming along. Dude, you've been in it for another 100 more yards, 150. You're still in the
Yeah.
school zone. The cops,
Yeah.
they were doing 15, 20, 30 tickets a day, the afternoon there. He says, always look for the word school. But even now, when I drive behind somebody, I'm already braking, and they'll slam their brakes on just before the flasher, thinking that that's the school
No.
zone. Dude, you were hit.
Good luck with Judge Fink, buddy boy.
The scary thing is, though, let's pretend for a second that even Judge Fink or whatever,
Yeah.
I don't know the
He's
guy.
retired. You can say it.
Let's give a fuck. Nobody cares about the kids. It's a money grab, too.
It is.
Yeah.
Because you could clearly do way more things to protect kids than put
Yeah.
up a sign 150 feet
Yeah.
ahead and trick people
Yep.
into paying tickets.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you wanted them to slow down, you would make something clear. Like they got speed bumps on side streets everywhere. You could put them in school zones. You could do all that shit, but you wouldn't get no more money.
Yeah.
So
It's a big ticket.
Well, for those who...
why are there not speed bumps in school zones? I don't understand. They put those fucking things in the road all over like side streets and...
They should have them there.
Yeah, you can have one or two.
Anywhere
There's your
they don't want you to
suggestion.
drive fast.
Well,
they want
Put
you're-
one at the sign that says school zone. When the school zone starts, you go boom, boom.
They
I know
want
that motherfucker started.
You're
It
right,
slowed me down.
They want you to go fast.
Yeah, they do.
Exactly.
Because you can even do them cat's eyes, like where they put them all in the road with their brrr, you already know. You
I'm in it.
Don't have to be a speed bump. It's
Yeah.
a brrr. You've been warned. That is the school zone right there.
And you know then. And then when you feel the last set of
No, because they know
loved it.
they know people are thinking that and they won't get any money. But if you want any speeding infractions or any type of car infraction, you want Judge Fink, because let me tell you something about
He's
him.
retired.
He's not.
I think he is.
Is he now?
I think so.
Yeah, Rick was his last case.
Let me tell
after
you.
Rick, he's like, I'm done.
Let
dude.
me tell you about this guy. It's awesome because he wants to hurry up and go back to the golf course because he will call. Who's all here for blah, 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 and who's all here for blah, blah, blah.
I'm doing a mass sentencing.
No, he does. He puts you up there. You're all standing there. And he goes, all right, we're all blah, blah, blah. Say, yeah. And then this is what else he does, though. He gives you a break. Certain ones, he gives a break. He goes, all right, do you have enough money to pay this today? If you say no, he'll be like, listen, certain people, certain ages, he'll go, there's a program. Do like 8 hours or 4 hours or however many hours of this, tickets paid for. Damn. This and that, yeah.
How come everybody don't get that same
Rick,
thing?
did he tell you?
He's great.
Because
when it
I'm
comes to that.
buddy. Guess what I said? Guilty as sin, Your Honor. Thinking he'll get a little chuckle. Then he gave everybody else that break after my case. He's like, hold on. That's the third guy. Who else is here for that? I'm like, fucking what?
Yeah.
Can I go back around to the end?
Rick,
But I don't like
don't feel
like
guilty.
the prosecutor.
Do I look guilty?
I don't like the prosecutor that comes with him because it's that $177 speeding ticket that I got. I wasn't speeding because there was a car next to me and a car in front of me.
It's always someone else's fault.
No, listen, no.
she explained this
because-
to me. I'm like, babe, they got you. Just
No, because how am I doing
Faster than them.
faster than the car that you told me that was doing 45 in front of me? So how am I speeding and you just
caught
got
up
me?
to their bumper.
And not
you
only
could do
that,
that.
when you pull up my driving record and you see I've never had a ticket my entire life, you couldn't just be like, all right, I'm going to give you a break.
No, at that point, I'd be like, all right, you got away with this shit for a long enough.
Whatever.
We got you. Finally.
Finally got
Anyway,
it.
the prosecutor.
Prosecutor?
I know.
What'd he look like?
Was it
Gee,
cuter
he
than
was
the
like-
guy in front of you?
No, he was like, this is what we're going to do. Just go ahead and pay this, this, and this. You won't get points. You won't get this. And we'll say it's like something wrong with your car, like the muffler thing on your car.
See what I
And the
mean?
crazy thing is,
Buying your way.
cops know.
Just pay the ticket and we'll...
Everybody knows that when they look at your driving record and they see muffler something, they know that's a speeding ticket that you just didn't get
copped out of.
ticketed for. Yeah.
No, that's it. That's the point. I don't care if you speed. I don't care if you're just hitting kids in a school zone. We don't
Sorry.
care about any of that shit as long as you pay your fine.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I could put a stop to all this shit. Really could. I'm just not going to.
Yep.
Yeah.
I seen a story recently. I don't know where it is, but cops now have like an iPad or a tablet, and you can tip them.
Oh, yeah.
And
Is that real?
Yeah.
Oh, my
and
God.
the tip comes out of your ticket cost. So whatever you just, why the fuck would I tip a guy that
Who
pulled
gave
me
me a
over and
ticket?
wrote me a ticket?
But
it
it's
does come
not-
off of your total. Like
it's
if you
not
tip them
coming.
15% of the
it's
ticket.
not coming off because you still paid it, though.
No, I know, but I'm just saying.
He's just getting
So
it.
you're pleading
He's getting
guilty.
it.
So here's the
Yeah.
thing, too.
So there is no contest.
Yeah.
So if I tip him,
for his service.
Yeah.
right. So now, is it true, like, if the cop don't show up at court, most of the time they throw that stuff out?
No.
They don't?
Yeah, but
That's what I thought,
No.
right?
thought it
That's
was.
how
I-
it was
no,
supposed to be.
I thought Brazil
but
said
they
that's
don't
how it
have,
is.
So it is.
That's the cops I've talked to said if we
Yeah.
don't show up to court,
Exactly.
the proof is not
and
there.
that's no.
The
because,
judge has a uniform. He just puts
because when I went in for my ticket, The cop wasn't there, and I still had to pay it.
Well, because they had you on camera.
No, they didn't.
They didn't
the
need
cop
him.
wrote the ticket.
Oh, wow.
The cop pulled me
Well,
over.
this is Parma. I know.
Well, did you plead no,
Not guilty.
So how did you end up paying? You said
I had to pay it.
You
And
said
I
the guy said, "Hey, just go ahead and pay this, and we'll plea out."
Yeah, because
You
I go
took
the
a plea.
cop. No, because I said I wasn't speeding. And where's the cop? Because if the cop doesn't show up, and that lawyer was like, the cop doesn't have to show up in this court.
We need a cop. We need to make a phone call.
You
or
need
something.
a cop.
I need
You
to
can't.
know.
It's gonna be different in each city, though. Like Brazil's Cleveland. This is Parma.
Well, everybody in Parma.
Once
should go
again,
to
why
jail
is the
once.
law not
universal?
Why is it not
state,
state?
county to county?
Yeah,
North, south. I
One
don't
side
get
of the
that,
street
man.
or the other?
It is so nuts.
it's
Oh, you get away
horrible.
with that shit over there in Texas, not here. If you was in South Carolina, you only do 2 years.
Listen,
here you do 40 years.
when I
It's like-
showed up at court, I was like, I don't have a ticket to pay. This dude isn't here.
Well, that's what I'm wondering though. If you're tipping the cop on site, right?
Yeah, and then he doesn't show
Well,
up.
maybe he's like, I made my money. I don't need to show up because they get paid
Yeah.
overtime to go to
Yep.
court, right? They're not
Yep.
doing it for free. They're not just showing up to court so that you get in trouble.
No.
They're getting paid for
Right.
it. Some cops
They love going to court.
love
Yes.
going to court because they get paid the extra money for it. So if you're tipping him, maybe he don't show up to court, and I don't pay the rest of it. I just pay
That
the
is
tip money,
so weird.
right?
I don't know.
well,
But
there's-
Now he
Parma's
don't need it. He don't
different.
need to show up to court. He got it tipped out. And I tell him, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna give you a little 35% tip. You ain't showing up to court, right? And then,
Yeah, I
and
was
I get to
mad.
court and I don't pay.
You think they'd tell you that though? If you tip me, just think. I don't show up, you don't have to pay the rest. Now you do that, you get to court, bam, they still fucking.
except for if you
They
if
put
you're
it
It comes,
Denise
off
on
the, it
you.
comes off the court ticket anyway.
No, his tip, but I'm just saying.
Right. So I don't really lose. All I can do is win. So if he does actually show up to court, then I've only paid my ticket anyway. But if I pay him 15% on site and he don't show up to court,
then you've
all
only
I've paid
paid
is
15%.
15%.
What if he says though?
And shows
But
up.
He says that this is how it is. If I don't show up, you don't have to pay the rest. Just pay the 15%. Then you get to court.
and he doesn't
The
show up and
judge-
I still have to pay?
Yeah.
Then, see, I
Yeah,
need to know where I'm at,
now.
though. I need to know.
I
That's why I
want
need
to
to
know more
talk.
about that tipping thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would like to know how come it doesn't apply in Parma as it does anywhere else.
Well, that's what I need to know. If
Don't
my guy
drive through
shows
Parma.
up, like if this happens in Parma
it's
and I know Parma, they don't have to show up, I'm not tipping you fucking ass anyway.
Yeah.
And it's Cuyahoga County. It's not even like it's
Yeah.
Tuscarawas or Summit. You know what?
Yeah, don't talk bad
Why-
about Tuscarawas.
Are you from there?
No.
No, but it sounded funny. In Europe, well, I know about Germany. Speeding tickets are paid on the side of the road. There is no court.
Yeah.
There's
Wait,
no
don't they
traffic
have the
court.
autobahn?
Yeah.
Yeah, but-
You can get in trouble for speeding.
There's roads that have limits, and you get
wow.
speeding
Yeah.
tickets, but you pay it on site, and that's that. Traffic court, jaywalker, you pay it right now.
Is it a universal price? Like
Sandusky,
50 over is 100 bucks?
Sandusky's
Yep.
like
200?
that too.
Yep.
That's it.
Sandusky, if you get pulled over, you can pay your ticket.
Or work at Cedar Point. Whatever you want to do.
There's
Sure.
still a court. I've seen that. There's still court costs in that.
Yeah.
On the side of the road, you still pay a court cost.
Yeah.
No,
So, like, so
that's
what?
dumb.
No.
It's in
So,
the,
but
it's
you're not losing
in
a day
there.
of work. That's
No.
where the selling point
And
is.
again, we don't fight
Yeah,
it.
no, that's important though
That is
because
so-
right. No one fights it.
inconvenience.
Like, no, I don't have to leave work.
Yes.
Boom. Just
they,
pay it.
they
And you're still
came
paying court costs. You just don't have to go there.
they came and cited me for my garage needed painting, and I'm like, no, it doesn't. And they're like, oh, well, then just go to court, like go to the thing. So I called down, and literally it's like, my garage does not need painted. We just painted it. Like there's
Chipping.
yeah, there's no, it's fine. And the guy's like, yeah, no, I'm sure it is. He's like, just come on down and show your pictures and all that stuff, and you won't pay nothing. And I said, dude, I'm gonna lose $240
Yeah.
or whatever to come
Yeah,
down there.
I'm
He's like,
working.
well, the ticket's only $150, so what do you want to do? I'd pay it.
I wouldn't.
I'm not going down there and losing out on a day's pay.
Couldn't you just send the pictures?
No, you have to go to court. You got a
What?
ticket.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But now the house across the street from me, the whole roof is caving in. Get nothing.
Jesus.
Yeah, no.
It's a skylight.
It's just,
We
the,
got
I
a
talked
ticket.
to, so we kind of
squatters
talked to,
live in that house, Scoot. They have better rights than
we kind of talked to somebody who walks around. Now, you got to know there's a guy that walks around and just takes pictures. You ever see somebody just take
Yep.
random pictures and you're like,
Yeah.
What's that guy up to?
Court.
A lot of them are insurance companies.
Oh, it's not the old guy that used to take pictures of us?
No, he's actually inviting you in. So.
Oh,
But no, some of them are insurance companies taking pictures of just random
Some are,
stuff like,
are
hey.
grass people.
And some are the city taking
Yeah.
pictures for violations. So we was talking to a gentleman, and I don't know, he never said exactly what he does.
I know who he is.
But he says, he's like, yeah, I don't really bother with houses where people ain't going to pay. Like if this house is fucked up, like the roof is caving in, the banisters are all fucked up.
They know
what is the
he's-
point?
right.
What is the point? We're going to
They
send
know
them a
they're not
ticket.
gonna
Nobody's
pay.
paying it. The landlord lives in fucking.
And they
some
already
other-
got the guy
yep.
that paid the trash ticket, so why not keep going?
No,
to his
he's
house?
literally like, I'm looking. I'm going to find some chipping done on the side of the thing, and I know you take care of your house. I'm gonna cite you. You'll pay the ticket. You'll pay the fine.
That's
Wow.
why would I bother?
crazy.
Like again, do you ticket a homeless person for standing around? What are they? How are they going to pay you? But again, like if you're standing outside with a drink, though, you'll get an
Well,
open container.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's like
Actually, they
where
can-
I used to. You remember my old house?
I'm not gonna
Oh,
bother with
man.
people who can't pay.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's like where I used to live at before I moved here. So my neighbor got a ticket for his grass being too high.
It was.
No. Adam's house next to mine here. But yet the guy across the street from me, it looked like an abandoned home because the grass was so high. But again, the house looked like no one lived there either because the trash on the
Yeah,
like
so
the
do
trash
I.
can
Why-
on the side.
why
So
bother?
Adam gets cited for his grass, but this dude across the way didn't.
But
Crazy.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Scoot, stop paying them trash tickets. They won't get you for other shit.
I ain't paying shit else, dude. I learned my lesson. I ain't paying. Come after me. Fuck it.
Who's
Like,
putting their pizza boxes in the recycling containers? I'll tell you right now. Too.
Me.
What the? Are you?
I put everything in there. I put everything in there.
Can't, man.
Use
That's a
condoms, I
ticket
don't
waiting to
give a
happen.
fuck.
That's
Right,
a
if
ticket
it's
waiting
got
to
shit
happen.
on it, right, you don't want to put it
No
in there.
pizza boxes can ever go in the goddamn recycle, man. That's $100 ticket right there. man.
I put everything in my recycle. I don't-
Did
I
you
put
get
that
one,
shit on
Rick? Is
there.
that how you
Never.
know
I
this?
just know. And people that I see, it makes me cringe. So I usually go down the
Take
street
that
and take it
pizza
out and put
box
it in the
out.
other one for him.
You
Before
put
I
it
go to
in
work.
someone you don't like.
Yes,
recycle.
I stack
I
them
will
on.
say
Dirty
this: we must have, we might have a, we call it a.
Fine
someone-
coming this way.
No, someone must have been on vacation, and we had a sub because this is the first time that we've ever had trash in the street. From
Yeah, like
the
we talked about just
that we talked.
leaving shit.
I'm like, this is a new guy because I've never seen trash in our street
Damn,
ever.
we got Cleveland coming here.
What is this? This is North Homestead?
Fairview.
Fairview.
Fairview Park. All right, let's take another break. We'll come back and get into a bunch of topics we got. It's a speed topic
It's a
day.
speed topic. We're speed topicing.
Rapidly
You guys-
answering.
You got your seatbelt? Did you?
Would you
No.
rather?
Shit.
I didn't get my
Yeah,
boosters.
rapidly answering. Would you rather? Stay tuned. We'll be back.